Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are looking at some TikTok makeup hacks, but not your regular they kind of seem a bit dodgy makeup hacks. We are looking at some from professional makeup artists. Yes, TikTok hacks aren't usually the kind of thing that go really well for me, but I thought, you know what, if we try it from the professionals, they know what they're saying. It should be absolutely fine. Before we get into it, let me just say a huge thank you to Merit, who are sponsoring this video in part today. Merit are an absolutely incredible brand. I have been a huge fan of their makeup products for a long time. One of my absolute favorite things about Merit as a brand is how they do luxury. This is a luxury brand, but not at the kind of price points you may think. First off, the quality of Merit products actually matches that luxury kind of tag, but their products are actually priced about 30% lower than your average luxury brand. I do have to mention as well, all these products are non-comedogenic, which means they don't clog pores. They're made to work for all skin types as well. So whether you're dry, oily, sensitive, acne prone, it's made for you. So I've teamed up with Merit to make some custom sets for you. There are 2 bundles that include some of my absolute favorites from Merit, tried and tested, that I use when I go to events, I say days out, but that's also events. Whenever I need something that's almost minimalist, wearable in real life, these are the products I go for. So I'm so happy that Merit have given me this opportunity to share those with you. And you can actually save yourself some money while purchasing these bundles. Also, every first purchase comes with a signature bag. They're so cute, reusable, and you can actually just put them in a washing machine and stuff. Plus it's free shipping on orders over $40. First bundle we have is Robert's favorites, that's me. So we have the Bronze Balm. This is a beautiful bronzing stick, which if you get the right shade, makes a beautiful contour as well, just to add subtle structure to the face. The Flush Balm, which is a really nice natural blush. The Signature Lip, an incredible lipstick, which has a really unique texture that feels really comfortable on a lip. You know I don't like heavy feeling products, so this one is perfection. We have a Minimalist, which is a concealer. This is one of my absolute favorite concealers to wear every single day. It doesn't sit on texture. It blends incredibly well just with a finger. If you want a concealer that looks like skin, this is a one to go for. And the Day Glow, which is a super natural looking highlight that literally just looks like your skin is healthy and glowing. And then we also have my essentials, which is the Bronze Balm, the Flush Balm, and the Day Glow. So you have those products which are pretty multi-use, which I'm actually going to show you today anyway. Everything will be linked down below there for you to check out. And thank you again to Merit. I absolutely adore this brand, and I'm so happy I can share bundles with you so you can test out these products for yourself too. Okay, I'm gonna be using these throughout the hacks, so you're gonna see them in action. Let's get into it. Let's watch the first hack.
A smoky eye that's so easy you don't even need eyeshadow. Start by taking whichever product you choose to contour with, applying this right onto the upper lid and just a bit through the lower lash line too. Now don't worry about getting this perfect, because once it's applied, I'll take a blending brush like so and begin blending the edges of this up and out. Once it starts looking a little something like this, you're going to take whichever powder bronzer you have and lightly set that cream into place. This is going to intensify the warmth and allow us to make this as smoky as we want it. All you got to do now is pop on a little mascara. And there we have it, a smoky eye in just a few minutes. Bye.
Okay, that looks really good. That looks really nice, really effective. And you can use products that are for multiple things. That's great. My lashes are terrible, so they're not gonna look as good as that when they're up. So let's just do it. Okay, so let's use the Bronze Balm in CN. I absolutely love this stick. This is one of my absolute favorite products ever, especially, like I said, for every day. It has fatty acids in, which really condition and lock in moisture, so you know it's not gonna sit in texture and everything. Okay, let's go for it. Just piling it onto the eyelid. This is a great tip. The same kind of bronzer or contour you're going to use on your face is great to take through your eye socket as well, just to kind of make a look really cohesive and really come together with whatever eyeshadow look you're doing. Yes, I love that subtlety. I think it's really nice. I know a lot of people don't like putting eyeshadow under their eyes, but something like a bronzing balm would be beautiful just to add a little bit of definition. I look like a crazy person then, sorry. I think it is important to define under your eyes, especially when you're wearing eye makeup on top. Otherwise your eyes can end up looking a little bit small. I know that sounds really strange. You would think that putting dark underneath would make them smaller, but it doesn't. It gives them a wider look. Okay, powder bronzer. Let's smoke this up. Ooh, look how simple, easy, beautiful. This chicken pox mark always makes everything look uneven there. I love that. I love that. It's smoky, but it's not like in your face. A lot of people think that smoky eyes has to be like black. Smoky is a technique, it's not a color. I love that. I think that's really, really beautiful, really subtle. I actually think I could have just pulled out the cream bronzer to do that. I feel like I didn't really need the powder. I personally would add lashes to this because I feel a bit uneasy. We'll do that at the end. Let's go on to our next hack.
What if I told you red blush is every professional makeup artist's hidden secret? And I mean red. I love orange blush and I love pink blush, but red blush has a very special place in my heart. If you take your fingers and pinch someone's cheeks like your grandma used to, your cheeks are always gonna turn red. You can so take this and just swipe it directly on your cheeks, but I'm gonna take my brush and buff it directly on the blush. You can see right away just on the brush how pigmented this product is. So I'm always gonna take my brush and tap it on the back of my hand. And watch, this is gonna give you the most beautiful shade of blush that looks just like your skin. And I like to put on my blush before concealer. So really I can put on as much blush as I want because it's gonna tone down after I put on my concealer. And if you know me, you have to put some blush on your forehead. I say this every time, but it pulls your look together. And once you start blending all this out, you're gonna notice how everything starts to make sense. Okay, wait, let me go set this all with powder so I can show you what I'm really talking about. I mean, if this doesn't get you to wear red blush, I don't know what else will. It's the perfect amount of color that makes you look soft and flushed without looking like a clown. But I'm telling you, listen to the pros and try this out. You're welcome.
Okay, I'm so scared of red blush on me. On everyone else, beautiful. Me and red blush, I'm scared of it. I'll be honest. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I have like sun damaged cheeks. You can see the redness here. I get like a bit wary. So we're gonna use red blush anyway. So this is Persimmon Flush Balm. This is such a versatile shade. This is red, but it does have a slight deepness to it. So it's not gonna be in your face, pure bright red, and it's buildable. So that's a good thing about red, right? Or with this one, at least we can start small and then build up. So if we are a little bit scared, we can take our time. It doesn't have to be that intense or that scary. And the texture of this is really, really natural, so we don't have to be too worried. See, it's not like intensely scary red. It looks like super glossy on the skin as well. It has vitamin E, so nourishing, conditioning. Let's do it. So he did it on the eyes as well, but we're done with the eyes, so I won't go there. I will go up on the forehead though. That's such a good tip. Blusher on the forehead, up on the edges, really does pull the whole look together. Blusher, bronzer, whatever it is you're using on your cheeks that day. Ooh, such a nice glow. It really does give that definition when it just catches the light. Ooh. I don't think I've ever worn red blush, ever. I've absolutely used red blush on other people because it looks great, but never on myself. But this is, you know, an opportunity. Look how that has instantly warmed up the face. That is beautiful. Okay, let's do some concealer. I'm using the Minimalist. My shade is Ecru in this. And you look a little bit here, a little bit where I usually do, and a little bit here, because I would like to tone it down. We purposely went in quite strong, and this is just gonna look at that go blend into the skin like butter. This is so stunning. You know why? Fatty acids. Merit do like some fatty acids in their products, which of course is conditioning, but also there's something called sea daffodil extract. I wouldn't be surprised if you probably haven't heard of that in a product before because it's more of a skincare ingredient. So as well as coverage, it helps kind of diminish those dark spots and kind of helps with the appearance of pigmentation as well. Yeah, I really like that. I actually wanted to add more. I want to add more on the apples of my cheeks. I think that's beautiful. I think that's absolutely stunning. That is such a good tip. For some reason, I've never done blush before concealer. No, because I kind of use the blush to like add a bit of that structure to the face after everything. Okay, what we need now is a bit of highlighter. So let's see our highlighter hack.
This super stripy highlighter, I am tired of it. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I'm gonna show you a technique for highlighting rather than this trend, which ends up looking dated after a few years. What I'm about to teach you is something you can take to the bank and use over and over again, and you will always look great. I'm using the Armani Fluid Sheer Liquid Highlighter in shade 2. I've put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna do what I call the halo glow. With the halo glow, I do kind of a halo around the eye. So there's multiple points that catch the light anytime your face is moving. And this enhances your bone structure and really gives you an all over gorgeous glow. You absolutely can use a small brush for this, but I'm just gonna use my finger to pick up a little bit of the highlighter. I'm gonna pat it right at the outer corner of the eye, right at the inner corner where we have that little indent, down, straight down from the eye onto the cheek, and then underneath the brow in the center, and straight up from there. So right above the arch of the brow onto the temple. I went ahead and did that on both sides, and look, see how we're catching the light in all of these areas rather than just that one stripe. I would also really recommend doing a little down the center of the nose if you want to hit the Cupid's bow. But that way, this is so much more realistic looking and gives you that gorgeous glow from every angle. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me for more pro makeup advice and tag me if you try this.
That looks really, really good. So the way I do highlighter on myself, and if I was doing clients, is I kind of, on me, I move my head around, but if I'm doing a client, I'll be like walking around and like catching bits of light and touching highlighter where it looks good in that face shape. But what that halo does, never seen this before, this is the first time I've seen that, is the way she does it kind of like this. It gives that instant like catch of light, that concentration of light in that one area. I think that's such an incredible idea. We're gonna go in with a Day Glow highlighting balm. This is Carver, the shade. I'm actually gonna use my finger and maybe a brush under the brow just because my fingers just can't get that kind of precision. So I actually get a lot of questions about using liquid highlighters on textured skin or skin with fine lines. This Day Glow formula actually helps to plump up fine lines. So if you've always wanted to use a cream highlighter, but you're worried it's gonna sit in fine lines, this is gonna be a great one to go for. It's incredibly lightweight, and what I love about this, and you all know me, I hate glitter in highlighter. It is my pet hate. Getting a highlighter and it's like, you know what? It's liquid with glitter on it. The Day Glow uses microfine pearls to highlight, so you get that reflection of light rather than glitter pigment. You know what I mean? When glitter catches the light, you can see it as spots, as individual pieces. Whereas when it's more pearlescent, oh my God, when it's more pearlescent, you can, I haven't blended it in yet, you can see it just looks like light rather than glitter. Okay, so here, down underneath the eye. I'm just gonna tap it in and then I'm gonna, oops, and then I will blend it properly. Oh yeah, I wanna do a brush under my brow. People say that highlighting under the brow is outdated, but I think it's just one of the best techniques you can do to give like a really subtle, look at that glow, subtle glow to the brow bone. It just brightens the face. It just opens up the eye area. I think it looks beautiful. And then here, I'm gonna go like in line with everything else we've done. Okay, and then I'm gonna use an eyeshadow blending brush just to tap on top. So I'm not necessarily like rubbing, I'm just tapping in the product. So if you can hear the rain, it's really like it's going for it today. Oh, so stunning. Look how beautiful. Oh my God, it just, oh, mouth watering. It is stunning. And this paired with, let me mattify in the right places so you can see the effect of the highlight. So I'm just mattifying my T-zone. So we can let the highlight do what it needs to do. It's so stunning. There's something about highlighters. I don't know why I have so many cream highlighters specifically. I just love them. When you get a really good cream highlighter, and I just fall in love with them. Now, I don't like a heavy lip. So when I saw Katie Jane Hughes doing a blurry lip, I was like, yeah.
Blurry lip. This technique's been around for a long time. FYI. Pick up a small eyeshadow brush and a lipstick and apply some of that product to the brush. Pout and go to the center of the lip first. I repeat, the center where the lip opens. This gives you absolute control. If you apply at the lip edge and accidentally go too far out, it's much harder to take that off than it is to simply apply more from the center outwards. This rule applies for all lipstick application, actually. Now I'm just applying some with the bullet for more intense color and then further blending it with the brush again. This is a really matte lipstick and it sets pretty quick, so I'm going in with a lip liner in a second to basically perfect the edges a little bit more. Notice that I'm using the bullet of the pencil on its side. This is giving me softness and blur as opposed to a sharp line. If you haven't yet tried this application for pencil, you should. It's pretty. Finishing with a bit of Rhode Peptide Lip Balm, and that's it.
Okay. I love a blur, you know, I like a diffused, like bleeding lip or zombie lip, depending on the color palette you're using. So we're gonna go in with a signature lip. This is the shade Baby. This shade, you'll see why I love it, because it's just like my lips. And I just despise heavy lip color on me. Unless it's a gloss. For some reason, glosses or lip oils, I'm like, yeah, I love a bit of color. Okay, I'm gonna do just in the middle here. Which might not be as obvious because it is such a nude color. You see, it's kind of like that nice rosy nude. Let's go around the edges. Look how beautiful that color is. Okay, and then she goes into the center as well. This is a buildable lipstick as well, so you can build it up more and more and more. And it won't feel heavy. It has squalene in it. If you've ever used that in skincare or makeup, you know how lightweight that feels on the skin, but also incredibly moisturizing throughout the time you're wearing it. And there's vitamin C, which promotes collagen, which we all want on our lips. Oh, I love that color. Oh my, Beautiful lipstick with the benefits of a lip balm. Okay, let's go in and just define the edge slightly. And she used a pencil on its edge. You get a really blurred finish. And when you're using it like this, like straight up, you're using all the pencil that's out. So you're using like the edge, whereas when you're using like this, you're just using the tip. So when she's saying hold it like this, it's because you are getting that diffused side of it. That looks really good. I love it. I absolutely love it. This look is so beautiful. Let me just very quickly put on some mascara and some lashes, and then let's summarize. Okay, so this is, uncomfortable lash there. This is the finished look using those TikTok hacks from professional makeup artists and those products from Merit. I'm incredibly happy with the whole look. The products, of course, made it look incredible. The knowledge from the makeup artist has made it look amazing. I forgot to turn my lights on, I just realized. Thank you again to Merit for partnering with me to make these bundles for you all. Remember that these are a limited edition at this discounted price. And also every first purchase comes with that cute signature bag and free shipping on orders over $40. That's all linked down below for you in the description box. I'll put a list of the products included down below there for you also, so you can go ahead and check them out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.